sometimes I like to say, do less to do more. Well, I'm a big believer in that. And I think that's why when you look at nonprofits and other people say, yeah, this is not an exciting time, this is a horrible time, this is an awful time, and they've got 80 different basket of programs that are all over the map, and they're begging for money for this or that, because they don't have a strong core, because they don't have a strong brand, because they are just chasing one program after another. That's why to them this is not an exciting time, because they just can't get enough fuel to put into this sort of old machine that's all over the place. But if you're focused, man, it's an exciting time.
That was Jim Kales, President and CEO of Aspire Chicago. Aspire is not your typical nonprofit, and it became clear to me throughout the course of my conversation with Jim. Keep listening to learn why. I had the good fortune and privilege to work on a project with Jim Kales and his team at Aspire in 2008 when they launched their social enterprise, Aspire Coffee Works. And like all good engagements, I learned so much from Jim, as I do from all truly purpose-inspired leaders. Jim was new to Aspire at the time, after beginning his career in government before moving to the social sector, working in the United Way system, and serving as the CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Lake County. From an early age, Jim was interested in purpose-inspired work.
I love this idea of bringing people together. Part of that gets into leadership and how you start to see yourself as a leader, which really didn't happen until probably I was in my maybe late 20s, where I said, I should just be studying things. I should be leading things, and because I think I have that ability to do that. And so it's been a hell of a journey, and I feel like I'm got a long way to go, but this is a really exciting time for leading a purpose-driven organization.
Well, now wait a minute. That's the second time Jim has mentioned this being an exciting time. If you're like me, that seems counterintuitive considering all of the headwinds we have facing us at this moment, and the general position that resources are scarce. I pressed Jim on this, and he brought up one of my favorite subjects, perspective, and the way that we frame circumstances.
This is an exciting time because of, if you open up your mind and see the resources that are available and the possibilities that are available, it's limitless. I think the problem a lot of people have is they get stuck on, my organization wants to go from point A to point B, and we just don't have the resources to do it because the government won't give us the money we need, or we can't get enough donations when we go to people and ask them. And I think that all may be true. What I have found is if you build the right platform, the possibilities are limitless.
Jim uses the phrase, build the right platform. Over the course of our discussion, Jim and I talked about the counterintuitive nature of focusing, what Jim calls doing less to do more, while at the same time pushing to be more innovative.
Nonprofits hear about innovation and they hear about companies being innovative, and so they say, oh, we need to do more things. We need to, in addition to these 80 things we're doing, and we're doing them poorly, we also need to launch 5 social enterprises. I think we have to blend this message again of you need to develop that discipline and focus and the thought of organized abandonment along with the ideas of innovation. They work together. One of the things I've been thinking a lot lately, I also do some teaching through the Kellogg School at Northwestern, and I teach specifically on innovation in their nonprofit executive education program. And I did a Zoom class a couple days ago with some really bright young people, and the topic came up of innovation versus focus, and how as a nonprofit do you balance being really focused on what you're good at and also being open to new ideas and new ways of doing things. And I think that's something that in that platform there has to be both. There has to be a sense of what are we good at, what can we be good at, what can we scale, And how do we keep our focus on those things, but also being open to new ways of doing things, innovative ways of doing things, innovative ways of reaching things. And so I think as part of that platform or that system that we create here, there's a balance between innovation and focus.
Listening to Jim made me think of two of Jim Collins' great works, Built to Last and Good to Great. Collins talks about leaders not succumbing to the tyranny of the or, rather they use the genius of the and. In Aspire's case, Jim Kales balancing the need to have focus on the core while at the same time exploring the new and innovative. Here's Jim Collins.
And it's the idea that the best leaders are really good holding two seemingly opposite things in the mind at the same time. And that wonderful quote from F. Scott Fitzgerald, the test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposed ideas in the mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. And we notice that our leaders are really good and people. They don't succumb to the tyranny of the or.
In the next segment of my talk with Jim, we go deeper into how Aspire deploys the genius of the and, maintaining critical focus while also exploring the new.
I think one of the reasons people rally around our brand is it's clear. We connect people with disabilities to the world. Together we're better. That's Aspire. That is the entire thing of Aspire in one sentence.
Look for the next segment I talk with Jim Kales in the coming weeks. In the meantime, be well and stay safe, and thank you for listening.